Hey.
I'm good. I'm tired. I'm tired. We've been in Los Angeles this week helping those on the street that are homeless in Los Angeles where there's a big need. So we've been busy. We've been busy.
Yes, I know you just came back last night.
Yeah.
Thank you for being in here that early, and I know that you was early today doing all the things about the same event that we are having. We are collecting donations today until 8 o'clock. So if you have something that you want to donate, so come over here. We are on 4245 West Thomas Road, Suite 100, and we will be here until 8 o'clock. Okay, Jane, we want to learn a little bit more about you.
Hmm.
You mean a lot to us right now because you're helping us out, and we really appreciate all your help. Not only today, we've been talking about all your events that you've been doing before, when you went to Algodones
Yeah.
and Puerto Peñasco.
Right.
Yeah, so we really appreciate all that. So let's start with this. What is the purpose of your life?
Well, I mean, that's a broad question and it's a tough one to answer. I think in a couple of sentences, but really what I try to do is just with this project help others that are in need and provide a voice to the voiceless.
Yeah.
That's what we're after.
Yeah. How you come with the name Let's Be Better Humans?
It's a long story. I'll try to, I guess, give you the abridged version of this, Lily. I had a friend who died of an overdose from heroin on the street. He'd been clean and sober from the grips of an addiction for as long as I had known him, and then he was involved in a car accident. Um, that car accident, they prescribed an opiate. It led him back to a heroin addiction,
Uh-huh.
again, that he'd been free of for a lot of years, and nothing became more important to him than using drugs.
Yes.
He died on the street. I'd been in the art business for a long time, and I decided to use the skills at that time, very modest skills in photography, to create a voice and a conversation for the homeless.
The homeless.
And I created an exhibition in photography called I Have a Name. The first person I photographed, I asked his name. He began to weep, and he said, "You have no idea how long it's been since somebody's cared to ask me who I am."
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
So,
And I'm witness of all your pictures. They are amazing.
so we used the photography. I had an exhibition here in Phoenix a number of years ago, and I created a Facebook page to get people to come out to that exhibition. Um, I thought, frankly, at that point that this little exhibition that we did on Grand Avenue here in Phoenix would be my contribution, and that would be the extent to which I would be involved.
Yes.
Um, that's just not what happened. The project began to organically expand on Facebook. It became and has become the largest social media platform that gives a voice to the
To the
homeless.
homeless, yes.
And through the years, then I had been posting content other than just the photography that I have, and I was using the hashtag Let's Be Better Humans. And at some point a couple years ago, I decided that I would design a T-shirt like the one that I have on, and see if people would do more than just like or share.
Exactly.
And I offered the T-shirts for sale. I bought 50 T-shirts, had them printed at an organization that provides jobs for homeless teens, and I could only afford to buy 50 T-shirts, and I thought, we'll see if they sell. Social media is a strange thing. The
It is.
things that you expect might get attention go nowhere, and then just the most ridiculous of items sometimes goes viral. So
Yes.
I wasn't sure how people would embrace the shirts or the message, and I bought 50, and I thought if they sell, that'll be wonderful. People will wear this message,
Yes.
and if they don't sell, I'll have 50 Christmas presents for friends. And we sold a lot of T-shirts. Through
I'm
those
glad to hear
T-shirt,
that.
yeah, through those T-shirt sales, we were able to
Yeah.
get the bust that's above my head
My
there.
head, right
And
there. Yeah. By the way, I'm a proud owner of one of his shirts. So guys, come and check his web. They have an amazing message and amazing purpose. So come and check his web and buy those shirts. They are amazing. And like you said, Christmas is coming, so maybe they can give a different kind of a gift and a really cool shirt plus help others.
Yes, yeah. You can wear a cool message and help the homeless all at the same time.
Yeah.
And you can go to ihaveaname.org and tab through some of the pages and you'll find a place to get the shirts. They're on Etsy.
Yeah. Also, you can go to our web. We are going to have all the information on Frekuencialterna. So check the web. We are going to link your link so that way they can go from there as well.
And I think I'd like to expand on just some of the points that I made relative to the bus then. That school bus was parked actually just down the street here on 27th Avenue and Thomas for sale. It was a yellow school bus.
Yes.
So I saw the bus and thought, I just envisioned that it could be a rolling message in humanity, really, and that we could use the bus then to serve the homeless, which we do weekly, if not twice a week, here in Phoenix and elsewhere. And we use the bus as well for social justice issues. So we've been highly participatory, and we were in the Women's March with the bus back in January.
Yes.
We've participated in demonstrations against the Trump administration and some of his very ugly policies on immigration and deportation.
Let me put a pause on that. I want to say that in Spanish. Aquí él no le va a Trump. Él está en contra y está peleando por nosotros. So give me 5 for that.
You're welcome. I'm not sure what that sounded like or what that said, but
say, Donald Trump is gonna be chasing you after this. No, I'm just kidding.
You know what's interesting though, and I don't mean to go off on a political tangent, but
I know.
you know, my politics are. Aside from the politics, it's just we're human beings, and
exactly.
And we all have the same heart. You know, before I came in, I heard a piece of music from Bob Marley, "One Love." You know, and that's just where we're at. I mean, I know that on the trip that we took to Puerto Penasco, we took some backlash here in Phoenix from some groups about our participation in going south of the border, and I simply said to a few of those people that, you know, where there is need, this project will participate. I don't see borders, I don't see color, I don't see races, I don't see religion. We're all doing this thing called life together, and I would imagine that at some point we could learn to get along.
Let me translate that really quick. So, él hizo un viaje a México para llevar donativos a la gente necesitada en Puerto Peñasco, y pues él estuvo participando en muchos otros eventos. Cuando él regresó de México, le dieron una mal bienvenida por estar apoyando a México, y lo único que él dijo fue que él iba a apoyar donde hubiera necesidad. Todos éramos seres humanos y teníamos un mismo corazón. Son las clases de cosas que él siempre apoya.
You know, and relative to that trip that we took to Puerto Penasco, I can tell you that we're planning a trip at Christmas. I'd like to talk to you all about that effort when we get closer to those dates. But
I love the fact that he always included me.
Well, no, you're an amazing woman, you know, and you helped us when we were doing this last effort.
Yeah, you know, I'm always there for you guys. I think that we share that, and we love to help others. We care about the ones in need, and that made you feel happy, you know.
Well, I would tell you from my heart that the trip down to Mexico was the most meaningful thing that we've done with this project. Not to diminish the things that we've done, humbly speaking, some pretty important things here locally, and not only just in the Phoenix community, but elsewhere. When we went to Mexico, though, there was something very special about that trip. And what we found, and what I found, is that the individuals that we helped in that small barrio, there was a lot of scarcity. There was indeed great amounts of poverty. Many of the homes had no running water, no electricity. But while there was, scarcity in currency, there was an abundance in a different type of currency. The people there weren't stripped of their hope. They weren't stripped of community.
Yes.
There was an abundance of love. And when we finished that effort, the 50 people from that little barrio,
Mm-hmm.
they gathered in a circle around us, Lily, and they prayed for our safe return to Phoenix. They clapped and applauded,
Uh-huh.
and almost to a person approached myself and Joy, who was with me on the trip,
Yeah.
and gave us a warm hug and
yeah.
a kiss,
Aw.
and hoped that we would be okay and that we would return.
Yes.
I've never experienced anything like that
I
before.
saw your amazing pictures. Even like there is one that caught my attention because you have like this power to get the right person at the right time on your pictures. You send the message in all your pictures. There was a kid with a
Little
toy.
boy, yeah.
Without shoes. It breaks
Yes.
my heart, but he was smiling, and it's all about it. Like I'm making people smile. So I'm gonna make it. I wanna talk this in Spanish. So, so cuando llegó él a México, le dieron aparte de encontrar mucha pobreza y mucha necesidad, encontró también un grupo de personas con mucho cariño, lo recibieron con mucho gusto, y ya después de que él les dio todas las donaciones, las personas lo rodearon y rezaron porque regresara con bien. So, los abrazaron y les desearon mucha suerte y les agradecieron. También hubo una persona que los invitó a su casa y era muy pobre y los invitó a comer de lo poco que tenían en agradecimiento de lo que ellos llevaron para allá. So, eso es la imagen que él se trajo de allá y de todo el buen corazón que tenemos los mexicanos. So yeah, I saw the pictures. So I think that we can live all your pictures, like the way you post the pictures, then you present all the job that you do. We can feel like what you was going through at the time, and that's really nice. I don't think that I can get a picture as well than you can do it.
Well, you know, those pictures are just a way for others to see a window inside those efforts that we're participating in. So, you know, subject to that trip down to Puerto Penasco, and the feeling, you know, with anything you do, that there's an exchange.
Yeah.
And yes, we're helping people, and that's, you know, what we're giving, but I can tell you that what we were given in return was of equal value, if not more.
It's something that you cannot buy with money, and I
No.
totally understand the feeling.
Yes. So when you called me last Thursday
Yes.
and said that you had family members that were living in Mexico City and that
Yeah.
you were very concerned for 2 days, and it was a tearful, emotional 48 hours before you found out that they were safe, and that you were interested in spearheading this effort to gather
Together?
items and
Yes.
medical needs and clothing and water and food and shovels, and would we be interested in helping? You know,
You didn't take a second to think and
No.
say yes to me. Yeah, this is what it means a lot to me. Like, thanks to all what we do, we found people like you. Then always is there for the ones in need. And I knew that I was calling the right person. Cuando pasó todo esto y del terremoto, obviamente todos nosotros nos pusimos muy asustados, y después de que vimos tanto daño en México. Frekuencialterna, especialmente Franco, nos hizo saber que iba a ser un evento para ayudar a las personas de México. O sea, la primera persona que se me vino a la cabeza fue John. De hecho, cuando estaba platicando con él, estaba todavía muy emocional, y es una persona que te puede dar el mejor de los consuelos. So, le dije del evento, si nos podía ayudar. No se tomó ni un segundo para decirme que sí, que él nos apoyaba y iba a estar ahí para nosotros. Right? Thank you so much for that. Okay, well, so let's keep going with this. I want to know if you have a superhero.
if I have a superhero
Yeah.
who I look up to, you know, actually on the trip back from Los Angeles, it's a long trip in that bus, 9 hours, and you've got a lot of time to think. And
Yeah.
Joy, who volunteers with me, she asked me if I were to have dinner with 4 people, who would I invite? And I had said 4. I don't think that's enough, Could we invite more people? But principally speaking, I mean, some of those people that I really look up to that have been inspiration in my life have been people that, frankly, sadly, are no longer with us. Some of them, Jimmy Carter, a former president, I admire him a great deal, and Mr. Carter is certainly still alive and doing some great efforts in humanitarian work, and I admire and look up to him as an individual. But people like Martin Luther King, John Kennedy Jr., Che Guevara, even locally here, Cesar Chavez, individuals like that. Those are the people that inspire me and have inspired me.
And being honest, that's what I was expecting as answer. I don't was expecting Superman or Batman. I knew that you have a better answer than that. So yeah, definitely.
To that point about this notion of superheroes, I think that, and I've been asked that question before, and one of the things that I would suggest, especially to a listening or viewing audience, is that all too often, I mean, we hear these things that we should be the change that we want to see, but I think, frankly, in all sincerity, that we all too often wait for other people to bring that change.
Yes.
And we don't have to wait for superheroes to arrive. Each and every one of us can take some action and become heroes for ourselves.
It's like when people complain and everything, and you're like, if you don't have a hero, become one, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's him. That is one of the heroes I remember at Coronel, which is my partner on Deporte Interactivo, replied to your message, and he was like, you're my hero. Yeah, and I was like, yeah, you are one of my heroes.
Well, I'm not sure how to respond to that. I'll just say thank you.
Yeah, well, for us, you are. And in these few days, you don't have idea how many times I have to explain who you are and people getting to know you. So, yes, everybody is so thankful for what you're doing and what you do. New people learning about you, following you on social media, and one of them, they came back to me and he was like, Lily, when you say he was an amazing person, you were short. You have to explain all the amazing things that he does. And I'm like, well, just check his videos, check his picture, check his websites. You can tell how long he's been helping. And it is not like something that, I'm going to do it for a few days and then I feel like I'm going back to a normal life. This is his life, right?
It's been an adventure. Yeah.
Yes, every single of your posts are amazing and have a lot to do with helping others, and it makes me happy, and I'm very sure it makes a lot of people happy to see then there is still good people out there looking for help out the others in need. So, what is your favorite song?
Favorite song? That's easy. John Lennon's Imagine. I love that song.
Yeah. Talking about song, I saw that post on your Facebook, and some radio station make a song for you. Remember? Yeah. What was it? Did you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, there's a band here locally, Southwest by Midnight. That's the name of the band, and the singer's name is Deidre Evans, and she was inspired to create. It was a beautiful song, man. And you can go. I think it's on our Facebook page somewhere, and she's selling the song on iTunes, and 50% of the proceeds will go back to us. The interesting thing, this is the second song that someone has done. There was an Irish songwriter that lives in the UK, and that's the beautiful thing about social media.
Exactly.
We've touched lives in not only this community, but and the United States, but abroad. I actually looked at the Facebook page recently, and the analytics support that the project has reached 44 different countries across the world. Wow. And to that point, there was a singer in Ireland who wrote a beautiful song called I Have a Name.
Oh, yeah, well, you have to post that. We want to hear it.
It's gorgeous.
And then we want to listen to the other one. So just give me all the information
I'll
so
do
that
that.
way we can put it on our page and people can come and buy the iTunes and help the Let's Be Better Humans project.
Lovely. Yes.
Yeah, did you sing? Do you know the lyrics of your song? Do you want to sing it?
No, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't embarrass myself that way, or do a disservice to the artist that had created such a beautiful
Oh,
piece of
I'm
music.
very sure you're gonna do a great job. Let's read some of the comments in here. Well, we have a comment from Rebecca Azul who say, "Thank you so much for the kind of your human being you are." Yay!
Thank you.
So that's
Thank you.
Rebecca. Thank you, Rebecca, for your message. And all the people who are watching us, Carla, Isel, Noelia, Chris. So thank you for watching. Share the video.
Yes, and any of the folks that are watching, they can reach out. They can meet me at the bus at some point. It's parked down here in the city at a church on 2nd Street in Walletta, and you've been on the bus. The interesting part about the interior of the bus is I've used art then and married that together with advocacy. So the bus itself, we're doing art projects with kids at schools. We did that in Los Angeles this last week.
Yes.
On the interior of the bus, there are probably no less than 10,000 signatures at this point.
Mine's there. So look
Yeah.
up there is like a 1, 2, 3, like a 4 windows on the left. So look for my name on it.
So we ask people that come across the bus to step inside, and they can write their names or leave a positive piece of messaging there.
Yes.
And in so doing, it's their embrace for the message that the bus carries, and then I ask people to do one kind action as well.
Yeah, I remember, and I think I still having the video on my Facebook. The little girl that you took, and she printed her hands on your bus. She was
Yeah.
so excited because you allowed her to do.
When
to
we
do
were
that.
at Tumbleweeds.
Tumbleweed.
Yeah.
She was one of the little homeless. So this is the kind of human he is. He brought up paint, and she was so excited and put her hands on the paint and
Yeah.
start putting it on your bus.
Yes.
She was so happy. I love that. I love the things that you do. I remember there was another occasion when we were inside to your bus, and one of the people who was passing by, he found a rock in a shape of heart. Remember?
Yes.
And he asked you, "Does this belong to you?" I'm like, "Wow."
Yeah, he just stopped and gave it to us.
Yeah.
We stopped and he came inside. Yeah.
Yes, I
Yep.
was inside. So, él tiene su camión y también deja que todas las personas vengan y lo conozcan. Tiene muchas firmas adentro. Entre ellas, una es la mía, que lo pueden localizar en la cuarta ventana al lado de la izquierda, right? And hubo un evento que me emocionó tanto porque era una pequeña niña que era parte de los desamparados. So John fue y agarró pintura y subió a la niña al camión y le dijo, ven, vamos a pintar el camión. So, si ustedes hubieran visto la cara de esa niña tan feliz poniendo sus manitas por todas las sillas del camión. So that was a really nice experience. Yeah, so.
And I think some of the neatest things that happen with this work are really just the simple things that happen when you're in this bus, whether we're taking an action, going down to help someone on the streets, or whether we're going out to a school to do an art project with kids, or taking a long trip to Los Angeles where we're helping people on Skid Row. Those things are important, but it's the little things, when you're in the bus, and I see it all the time when I'm behind the wheel, that I may pass somebody that's sitting at a bus stop, and that they're either they don't have transportation, so they're taking public transportation, and they're likely going to a job that's a tough place to work and probably not working for a whole lot of money, and they look up and they see the messages on the bus and they smile and they give you a peace sign. Or when you're actually going through places that we go to help individuals, whether it's downtown in Phoenix where our homeless population live, and you go through those areas, and people that otherwise don't have much to smile about will look up and smile, and
Yes.
that's what keeps you going
Yeah.
sometimes with this.
You know, Justa Center has a really big impact on me because when Olivia, hi Olivia Cano, when Olivia invited me to that, she said there is 200 homeless. And I sent a message back, I'm like, do you mean 20? And then when she said 20, I still thinking because it's the amount of we help on Tumbleweed.
Yeah.
I was like, did you mean 20? You add an extra zero. She's like, no, I'm saying 200. So that was like, what we are going to do. But thank you to everybody who helped us to help those events. So el camión lo usa también para hacer protestas en contra de las leyes que son injustas para toda la comunidad en general, también para apoyar a la gente, los derechos de la mujer, todas las buenas causas. Él siempre está usando el camión. So, estamos platicando cómo hemos ido a diferentes eventos. So, hace tiempo nos invitaron a apoyar a los homeless en Downtown Phoenix. Y cuando nos dijeron que eran 200 personas, yo pensé que se habían equivocado con el número, pero era la verdad que eran 200 personas. Y gracias a todos nosotros que nos pusimos a conseguir comida para todos, se logró el evento y tuvo éxito el evento. Entre ellos, John estaba envuelto en eso. So, yeah. So, what makes you happy?
Oh boy, what makes me happy? A lot of things make me happy. I'm a man driven by deep passions. I love travel. I love art. I love all things music. But particularly, I think where it relates to what we're speaking about right here, whether it's the bus, what makes me happy. Simple things. Yesterday when we were in Los Angeles on Skid Row, there was a homeless. We were handing out water, and it's amazing, that just a simple action of handing out water to people that are in need, and then inviting someone onto the bus and having a conversation with people that otherwise most of us look past or through,
Yes.
and asking this man to sit with us on the bus and share a conversation to create a connection. Those are the things that make me happy. They really fill my heart more deeply than words can convey. So I think it's helping others.
Helping others.
It's helping
Yeah,
others.
that's other than words than I was expecting from you as well. So, yeah. Le pregunté que qué era lo que le hace feliz y en general lo que le hace feliz es ayudar a los demás. A lo que estaba esperando esa respuesta de parte de él, porque cuando lo llegas a conocer tiene una manera de ayudar a los demás que no tiene límites. Él hace lo que tiene que hacer para llevar las cosas a los necesitados, sin importar si tiene que manejar 9 horas, 10 horas, 15 horas y nomás duerme 2, 3 horas, right? I'm saying that you always take what you have to take to help others. It doesn't matter if you have to drive 9 hours, 10 hours, and you don't sleep at all.
Right.
Yeah. So let's read some of the message in here. Betty Castro dice, thank you, Johns, for your help. Guadalupe Diaz, thank you so much for your help, John. There is another one in here. Maite Figueroa, thank you, John, for your support. And thank you, everybody. Frank, thank you for watching us. So, si ustedes tienen algo para donar, aquí va a estar.
And please come down and donate.
Yes.
Items for the people in Mexico City that need it.
Yes. Yeah.
That's the most important thing that we're doing today.
We're doing it. That's what I was starting to say in Spanish. By the way, he's learning Spanish. Sometimes he replies my text message saying, "Buenos días, gracias." He's getting a lot better.
I'm trying.
Sí. So, si tienen algo para donar, aquí va a estar abierto Frecuencia Alterna hasta las 8 de la noche para que traigan todo lo que puedan traer y ayudar a los hermanos necesitados en México. También, rapidito, quiero decir que al igual que México, la familia puertorriqueña está necesitando de su apoyo. Para eso hay otro evento que están colectando donaciones en Puerto Rican Grill Restaurant con Wesley. So él va a estar hasta las 11 de la noche colectando cosas también. Está en la 27 Avenida y La Tomas. So we are that as well. They are having another event for the people in Puerto Rico.
Okay.
They are needing help as well. Frekuencialterna is going to have some guest people here next Wednesday in el Guateque show. So stay tuned because we are here to help everybody. Not only the people from Mexico, not only the people from Texas or Florida, is everybody. So el próximo miércoles en el Guateque Show va a haber gente de Puerto Rico que va a estar aquí como invitados para que también ustedes apoyen a la familia de Puerto Rico. So, well, it's a great talk to you. Is
Always.
anything else that you
Yeah.
want to add?
No. Just thank you for the friendship and the things that you're doing as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. But it is an honor for me to have you here, and as well, we share the same like feeling to help others. So
Yes.
I think that's what like keep us on the same road because we
Yes.
keep bumping into each other in a different event. So well, gracias a todos por vernos. Como les repito, vamos a estar aquí hasta las 8 de la noche. Traigan sus donaciones y más tarde vamos a estar aquí con el camión de John para que vengan si quieren verlo, si quieren venir y poner su firma. So, aquí y quieren conocer a John. John va a estar aquí presente. So thank you everybody for watching us. We will be back in a little bit with John Linton's card. So if you want to come over, see the card, sign, put your signature in, meet John Linton. So we'll be back in a little bit, right?
Yes. See.
Thank you.